Please tell us your name
Sir, my name is Ajay Kumar Mandangi.
and your roll number for this exam.
Sir, my roll number is 300472.
Please give us a formal introduction.
Sir, after my completion of 10 plus 2, I have joined the Indian Navy in the year 2004 and retired from the Indian Navy from the initial engagement of 15 years in 2019. During my tenure in the Navy, I have completed post-graduation from Annamalai University and graduation from Andhra University. My hobbies includes playing football and watching motivational videos. My achievements are social achievements like I have participated in the blood donation camps in Indian Navy. My academic achievements includes I have cleared the UGC NET with JRF in political science in the year 2020. My professional achievements includes I have represented the Navy in Republic Day Parade at Rajpath in the year 2009 and got Proficiency Award in the year 2006 and 2015 during the Navy. Currently, I am preparing for Odisha Civil Services examination and other competitive examination as well, sir.
So you have got much interest in political science, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains.
Yes, sir.
Who said it and why?
Sir, it is the famous quote by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. According to him, man is a natural born in a natural society, and everywhere he is having some legal sanction by the society and other aspects that he has to follow the every rules and laws of the society. But in the primitive part, when the society was not there, when the nature was there was no such limitation on men. That's why he has told that man is born free, but he is everywhere he is in chain.
Another famous saying is there that Uttishtata Jagrata Raktavadam Nigodata. Do you know that?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of that.
It was said by, frequently said by it is from Veda. It is from Veda.
Yes, sir.
And it is told by the disciple of Vivekananda.
Yes, sir.
Vivekananda, he told it.
Yes,
And he first enunciated it in the Chicago
religious summit, sir.
religious conference.
Yes,
There
sir.
it was appreciated by all.
Yes, sir.
Will you please name three important political philosophers of the world and their contribution to the study of political science?
Sir, first one is Niccolo Machiavelli, who is, gives us the theory of statecraft. Second is Sir Plato, and third is Sir Rawls, who has given the distributive justice. Sir.
Third is it?
Sir Rawls' theory of distributive justice.
Who gave?
Sir John Rawls, sir.
Ross.
Rawls, sir. Rawls' theory of distributive justice, sir.
I want to be a member of the Panchayat administration. So where from I can start my career?
Sir, the Gram Sabha, which is consist of the persons having the age of 18 years, everyone in the village is a member of the Gram Sabha. But to be the Panchayat Samiti member, it is 21 years is the mandatory, and Panchayat elections being held every 5 years. For this, in this election process, they are elected to the Panchayat
And
Samiti.
what is the post called?
Sarpanch, sir. Yes.
So directly I can go for Sarpanch or below Sarpanch some other elected personalities are there.
Sir, I think sir it is Naib Sarpanch, sir, but I am not sure, sir.
Okay. In urban, in our, let us take Cuttack or Bhubaneswar.
Sir,
Who are the lowest grade elected?
sir, there is wards are there, sir. The ward members are the lowest formation of the urban local body elections.
Sir, I asked in case of Kotak and Gold, sir, who are the...
Sir, corporators, sir. Sir, this is corporates are there, sir, they are elected as
You know
corporators.
the things that you are, sometimes you go, okay.
Yes,
very
sir.
good. In the political history of India, kindly mention two personalities, those who have contributed mostly to the political thought of our country, strengthen the political thought of our country.
Sir, first is the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and B.R. Ambedkar, sir.
What about Rajgopal Devi?
Sir, his contribution is also very much important, but sir, I think Gandhiji and Ambedkar.
Recently, a statue of a political leader was built at Gujarat, and it is told that it is the highest statue of the Asian continent. So, can you name it?
Sir, it is the Sardar Vallabhbhai statue, sir. He is the Iron Man of India. Statue, it is also called as the Statue of Unity, sir.
What are the difference of thought as far as available in history? Difference of thought of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Sir, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was mainly focused he was mainly focused for independence by means of aggression towards the British forces, and he has already made the army to fight against him. But as per
What is that army called? Which I found?
sir, it's INA, sir, Indian National Army. But according to Jawaharlal Nehru, sir, he was a little bit believe in the petitions and non-violence means to achieve the independence, sir.
So as a result, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, he took a bold step in resigning from the organization. Can you name that organization from which he has resigned?
So he has resigned from Indian National Congress in the year 1939, sir.
What is the Kashmir Pandit issue?
Sir, Kashmir Pandit issue is a genocide in Kashmir, where the Kashmir Pandits were forced to leave Kashmir due to the social and economical aggression by the Muslim peoples in Kashmir, sir.
That is a social and economic oppression, but we cannot call it genocide.
Yes, sir. It is not mentioned in officially as genocide. It is not mentioned officially in genocide, sir. Yes, sir.
Genocide means massacring a particular
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
community
Yes, sir.
indiscriminately.
Yes, sir.
The Kashmir Pandits have not been massacred,
Yes, sir.
but they were oppressed.
Yes, sir.
Their religion, their culture, that was oppressed. That was
Yes.
brought under oppression by
Yes, sir.
the Muslims. So they were compelled to leave Kashmir and they took shelter
In Haryana and other North Indian states.
So, the Kashmir problem, do you think who is responsible for it? At the time of partition, there was scope for complete amalgamation of Kashmir with India, but that was not done at that time. So, still now it is a burning issue. Not only within Kashmir, between two countries, India and Pakistan. What should be the stand of India in Kashmir issue?
Sir, after
Whether
the
the present stand is there or there should be some changes?
no, sir, the present stand of India is quite clear, and it is good for the policy making of India. As we will look back to the history, when the partition was happened, the British has given option to every provinces that they can either they can amalgamation in India, or either they can amalgamation in Pakistan, or they can have independent territories. But after partition of India and Pakistan, Pakistan's some Mujahideen and some Qawwalis attacked Kashmir. After that, the instrument that Raja Hari Singh has given the instrument of accession to India for the joining of Jammu Kashmir to India. It was accepted, and we have forcefully taken back the step, and the Qawwalis had somehow they have captured some area which is called as the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. But that time, I think, sir, we should have acquired the full, we should have fought some more days, so that we could have acquired the whole area Kashmir, because the instrument of accession was already been signed. After 75 years of independence, we have lacked towards the development of Kashmir, educationally and economically. The government should give more incentives and more programs, so that the people-centric, which we call as the Kashmiriyat, the people should feel that we are a part of India. And in the present stance, sir, as the unity of India, Kashmir is the main, it is the main and important role, and as the united India, Kashmir is the main part, and the stand of Kashmir is very much clear, and we had abrogated Article 370, and in future, sir, we are planning, if the government had a strong role, we can also acquire the POK, sir.
In Odisha tourism, there is a tourist circuit known as Golden Triangle. What is that Golden Triangle?
Sir, Golden Triangle is basically connecting three places: Lalitgiri, Udaygiri, and Lalitgiri, Ratnagiri, and
Golden Triangle.
sorry, sir. Golden Triangle is Bhubaneswar, Puri, and Konark, sir.
Then comes Diamond Triangle.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, Diamond Triangle is connecting Lalitgiri, Udaygiri, and Ratnagiri, sir. It is basically the three places of Mahayana sect of Buddhism, sir.
There was one university in one of those three places, as you told. What was the name of that university?
Sorry, sir, I am not recalling right now.
That is Pushpagiri.
Yes, sir.
Pushpagiri Buddha Vihar, that is in Ratnagiri.
Yes, sir.
So you are from the Navy.
Sir,
So as petty officer is the initial posting of the officers in Navy.
no, sir, it is a rank of sergeant. If we will compare to the police, it is a rank of ASI, sir. Assistant. Sir, initially it is the rank is, sir, as seaman, sir.
The petty officer is equivalent to which rank of army?
Sir, it is Havildar, sir.
Pardon?
Havildar, sir. Havildar, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the officer, Rishaldar, what is, which rank is given to the Rishaldar?
Sir, Rishaldar, sir, junior commissioned officer, sir. It is the rank of Naib Subedar in the Indian Navy, Indian Army, sir. And Indian Navy, it is chief petty officer, sir. They are a junior commissioned officer, sir.
So will you please name the different ranks of Indian Navy, starting from the lowest to the highest?
Sir, first it is, sir, Seaman 2, then
Pardon?
Seaman 2, Seaman, sir. The first rank
I
is
am speaking Army.
Army, sir. It is, sir, first is, sir, Sepoy, then Lance Nayak, then Nayak, Havildar, Naib Subedar, Subedar Major. These are the non-commissioned ranks. And when we go to the commissioned rank, sir, it is Captain, Major, Lieutenant Colonel,
Pardon? Starts with?
sir, Captain, sir.
Starts with like second lieutenant, I think.
Sir, second lieutenant rank was earlier there, sir. Now, due to the amalgamation of three forces, sir, it was like, sir, whenever the commissioned officer joins, they are just like a cadet, sir. But in Indian Navy, they are midshipmen, and in Indian Air Force, they are air cadets. So due to the same ranks in the three forces, it was a little bit up and down, sir. So now,
Now there is no.
no, sir.
Cadre of
Second lieutenant, sir. No, sir. After cadet, they will be joined as a captain, sir.
Directly.
Yes, sir.
And what is the rank they will wear?
Sir, the captain will have 3 stars in their shoulders, sir.
So the 1 and 2 star are covered.
Sir, they are
Directly they can go to the 3 stars.
sir, they are now wearing by the junior commissioned officers, sir, non-commissioned officers, sir.
So captain.
Captain, sir, then the next hierarchical promotion is major, and then lieutenant colonel, brigadier, major general, lieutenant general, and general, sir.
सत्यवादी जुगर पंचसभा की
सर गोदावरी मिश्र, आचार्य हरिहर, गोपबंधु दास, एंड सर आउ दु जन को सर नाम मन पड़े सर, सॉरी सर.
पंडित कृपा सिंधु मिश्र, पंडित नीलकंठ दास.
Yes, sir.
Who was the first governor of Odisha?
Sir, Sir John Austin Howard, sir.
So why Odisha is poor?
Sir, we cannot say Odisha is poor due to the climatic conditions and severe droughts and cyclones in every year, and disaster is happening simultaneously. We are where our agriculture and other economic aspects we are little bit having natural natural calamities, and we are there is no industries in Odisha like industries in Gujarat, and there is no economical corridors and other economical aspects that state is lacking behind, sir. But we are trying, and we are hoping that we will gain a momentum after various schemes of the central government and the government. Recently, sir, like central government has planned for a fishing harbour in Paradip, which could also help our generation of economy. And the minerals, we are having a rich and vast minerals, but the process of mining is, the modern process of mining is, we are lacking behind. And these things, when we will achieve these things, sir, we can definitely, the state will be in a higher economical position as compared to
we will achieve, but why we have not yet achieved? As you said that this is subject to natural calamities.
Yes, sir.
But Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, those the coastal states, these are also subject to natural calamities like flood, cyclone, all these things. And we have abundant of natural resources,
Yes, sir.
minerals, all these things. The vast, the long coastline is there.
Yes, sir.
Water resources are there.
Yes, sir.
So we should not be lagging behind.
Sir, some
There are countries, there are states like Punjab and other, there is no mineral resource, so to say, in those states. But they are prosperous. And western states are also prosperous.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think, sir, the economic policy of government of Odisha is not so much strengthened like in Gujarat and other states. And secondly, sir, we are having lesser number of SEZs as compared to other states. And major industries were, after independence, there was not so much major industries came to Odisha. Some industries is there, but they are also lacking behind of minerals, sir. Like Vedant is there, but recently he is not having that ample amount of minerals they are not getting. So these things, I think, sir, the government should have more focus on these things, sir.
Is not historical factor not responsible for our backwardness? Historical factor?
Sir, might be there, sir. Presently, I am not recalling, sir.
You are a student of history.
Yes,
when
sir.
Britishers came, they established their commercial centers and also their, so to say, local headquarters in 3 or 4 places.
Yes,
like
sir.
Madras, Bombay, then Calcutta.
Yes, sir.
So they gave much attention for development of those areas.
Yes.
So there was a growth of education, expansion of education and commercial activities in those areas.
Yes, sir.
So you will find that after independence, these Bengalis, there is Tamils, and these Marathas, and also people from Delhi, they remained in the forefront and we
Yes.
lagged behind.
Yes.
The historical factor is also responsible for
Yes, sir.
context.
Yes, sir.
We remained behind the rest.
Yes, sir.
There is a department new for under Odisha government, which is known as Mission Shakti. What is that?
Sir, Mission Shakti is a program to empowering the women, economy of the women in Odisha. The head of the Mission Shakti department is Sri Sujata Pandian. The Mission Shakti, it is an incentives given to and provided by the state government and NABARD also for the empowerment in rural village women and urban village women also. Recently, sir, in COVID times, the Mission Shakti group, self-help groups has produced masks and they have distributed foods. And in Nabarangpur district, sir, in Raighar block, the self-help groups, they are also doing their spotting of electric bills. And in Umarkot Tahsil, sir, they provided foods during the COVID. And in some areas like, sir, in Jajpur, there is a food on wheels which is completely run by the self-help groups, and they are also providing Chotua under the Mo Chotua Abhiyan. And in schools, the midday meals program is also run by self-help groups. So it is one of the key governance towards the empowering of women in Odisha, sir.
Under Panchayat Raj administration, there is reservation for women in almost all the office posts of Panchayat.
Yes, sir.
Sarpanch, then Panchayat Samiti chairman, then Jila Parishad chairman. So almost 50% reservation is there for women. But critics say that this is not functioning well. Actually, the husbands of the women are running the show. They are not actively participating.
Sado
So,
Panchayat.
what is your opinion? This reservation should continue or not?
Sir,
And
this
is it actually empowering the women?
Sir, this reservation should continue, sir. And in my point of view, sir, when we could have when the women women candidates elected as the panchayat level sarpanch and other posts, if their education is very much low, or if they are not confident of that, we can have some classes. We can give him empower with him the administrative things. We can tell him, or we can have some seminars for them, and the administration could help them, so that after 1 or 2 years, or after their 1 tenure or 2 tenure, they will work efficiently, sir.
They may be fit after 10 years or 20 years or 5 years or 15 years, but now people feel that they are not fit for administration. So there are some women you may be finding in the media, they are illiterate, sarpanchs are illiterate, the corporators are illiterate. So naturally the people are not getting the government they desire, they want.
Yes, sir.
They feel that this has been thrust upon them, forced upon them.
Yes,
So
sir,
how do you
but
think that this should continue? Firstly, women
Sir.
should be empowered and they should be fit, and then
yes,
they
sir.
should compete.
But sir, everything is an evolving process, sir. We should hope for the best, and this reservation for 50% of women should be given. We could expect good results, sir. They will, after increasing the administration, or after when they will do some administrative work, they will definitely, sir, learn, because every woman is running their houses and they are also running the society, sir. So definitely, sir, they could do well, sir. We should little bit watch, sir, but definitely they will do, sir.
You have worked in Navy for how many years?
15 years, madam.
15 years. What your 15 years experience taught you in life?
Madam, the first experience is punctuality, discipline, physical fitness, integrity and honesty, and the main thing is the responsibility in every aspect of life. We should be always responsible what we are doing in the society and what we are doing in the job also.
Okay, which Army, Air Force, Navy, which is most important among these three?
Madam, we are having equal
Who
role.
has more responsibility?
The responsibility.
In case of a disaster, in case of a war, who is more responsible?
Madam, we had fought 5 wars in India, which is strategically land fights or hand-to-hand fights. So army is a little bit more focused towards that. But as we compare the three services are both important and integral part of every war. That's why we have recently formed Chief of Defence Staff to integrate these 3 commands, integrate these 3 services, so that whenever there will be war or whenever there will be a integrated fight, we could fight, the 3 forces could fight integratedly. So the 3 forces have the same responsibility and same workforce towards the development of the nation.
What are the political ideologies?
Sorry, madam.
Define the political ideologies. What is Marxism? What is Gandhism?
Marxism is the political ideology of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, where he is talking about the society where he is mentioning about the 2 classes. One is bourgeois, the rich peoples, and the proletariats, the laborer class or socially backward classes. There is always have a fight between the bourgeois and proletariats, and he is defining that the society should be classless society, and the resources, the people should people-centric. He is talking about the people-centric resources. Fascism is the term which is derived by Mussolini. In Italy, it is a totalitarian government to rule the totalitarian government rule upon the people.
What is judicial activism?
Madam, judicial activism is also known as PIL, public interest litigation. Judicial activism is the role of judiciary, where the people who is suffering, they are not directly, not even people who are suffering not directly approach to Supreme Court, but the judgment which is being passed by Supreme Court is for the development of the society. The judicial activism is also done through the postal and other social networks, and suo moto also taken by the Supreme Court in different aspects, and the decision which the Supreme Court will give, it will be for the whole benefit of the society.
Since you are in Navy, you must have visited different ports of
Yes,
the
sir.
world.
Yes, sir.
Which is the deepest port of the world?
Sir, I'm not recalling.
Since you are in Navy, I am asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is Singapore is the deepest port?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir. In India, it
India, which is the deepest?
sir, it is Krishnapatnam, sir, in India.
Krishnapatnam is a government-owned port or private-owned port?
Sir, recently Adani, the Competitive Commission of India has granted Adani to acquire the port and development of that port. It is also in special economic zone, sir, of Andhra Pradesh.
What is the draft of that port?
Sir, sorry, sir, I am not recalling, sir.
Which is the, how many ports are there in Odisha?
Sir, there is one major port in Odisha, and minor ports are, we are having 2 minor ports, sir.
What is the Bhimsar line?
Sorry, sir.
Bhimsar line, there is a word called Bhimsar.
Sorry, sir.
It's a- that is the,
Not,
you have worked in the ship, you must have thrown it.
sorry, sir, I am not.
What is the concept of container?
Sir, container is the kind of ship where the larger amount of materials is being transported from one country to another or one port to another, sir.
So what is the importance of the specifically designed ships which move underwater than that of the ships that moves on the water?
Sir, the surface ships which we are having in India is basically, sir, aircraft carrier where the flight deck is there and fighter aircrafts are being positioned there. Another is the destroyer, which is having different types of missiles like surface to air missiles and surface to surface missile, and it is having a combined role, and it is treated as the punch of the Indian Navy. Next is, sir, frigates, which are little bit smaller in size to destroyer, and it can carry either surface to air missile or surface to surface missile. Then we are having, sir, minesweepers, which are during a war the enemies are laying the mines underwater. So these kind of ship, firstly they sweep the mines so that other ships can pass. And we are having oil tankers where we are having LHSD oil that the tanker replenishes at sea to other, it gives other.
What is VLCC?
So it is vertical.
No. VLCC, that is a type of ship, very modern ship. There are very large crude carrier. Those who carry 10 lakhs
Metric tons.
that is in gallon, that is
Oil, sir, oil is.
oil.
Yes, sir.
And those are the giant carriers, they are called giant carriers, VLCC.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Judicial activism, judicial activism means there is something called the judicial excesses. Means judiciary is going beyond the purview of the judicial limitation and interfering in the administrative affairs of the government.
Sorry, sir.
That is judicial activism.
Sorry, sir, that is judicial overreach, sir.
Pardon?
Judicial overreach, sir.
Judicial?
Overreach.
That is judicial overreach.
Yes.
This is also this judicial activism. The judiciary is became excess active and interfering in the administrative affairs of the government.
Yes.
That is judicial activism. And as you said, they are doing some public service oriented work. That is not judicial. This is which is something judicial excesses, encroaching upon the administrative sphere of the government. That is judicial activism.
There are three wings: legislative, executive, and judiciary. When judiciary become more powerful than those other two, it becomes more active.
This is harmful for the democracy.
And public interest litigation is something different.
Yes, madam.
Just check it.
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have more confidence. You have confidence. Level is high. It's okay. Good.
ଟିକେ conclude ହେଇଯାଉଛି କିନ୍ତୁ overall performance is very good.
ଆଉ ଟିକେ pencil ଟା ଟିକେ short ଆସିବ better ହେବ।
Sir.
Specific.
ବେଶୀ elaborate କରିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛୁ।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
elaborate ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ନାହିଁ। elaboration ଯଦି ଚାହିଁ ନାହିଁ ତାହେଲେ member ତୁମକୁ ପଚାରି ପାରିବେ can elaborate।
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
otherwise
Specific for
Yes. Yes.
ଯେତିକି ଦରକାର ସେତିକି କହିବ।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is balanced, cool, confidence,
You are a prospective candidate.
subject to the next.
Yes, madam.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good day, sir.
Yeah, no problem.